Alright, so here we are, Colonial Forest. Sorry, I'm just gonna mute the game again. We haven't been quite going 2 hours, but I did start out later, and it's almost 10 o'clock in my time. So I think I'm gonna actually end off the stream here. Which reminds me, I have to actually save, because I actually been kind of bold and didn't save once the entire playthrough. It helps that Golden Sun's generous enough that you don't game over when you die. It is kind of annoying, because if you do game over, you get sent back to the last segment, and you do have to backtrack. Obviously, Dawn of Djinn makes that, unintentionally mind you, a bit less annoying. Oh, do I still have a void on? Let's get that baby off. Oh yeah, especially because I just got done saying at the start of the stream, you never want to save with a void on. And I almost did it anyways. But yeah, like, this is a new area, so we're gonna run into some new enemies, and there's some fun stuff going on with this. Like, I unfortunately haven't gotten too much feedback from people who've played this game, but the little bit I have, other people seem to feel that this is where the hard mode part of the hard mod really shines. Also, I'm sorry, I gotta run around here a little bit just to make sure that a void isn't broken. I swear, if it breaks just from saving and not from resetting. Okay, it's removed. And if nothing else, you'll get to see a visual representation of approximately how to fix a void if it ends up breaking. So the monsters won't attack. I'm just gonna do it one more time. For assurance sake, it basically just requires going back and forth between rooms, turning a void, toggling a void, transitioning rooms, toggling a void again, repeat until it starts working. The grass soldiers we've seen already are not too interesting. I think the bees even had this ability of Vanilla Golden Sun. Its name's slightly different for reasons we'll get to if we get lucky with item drops. Don't mind me just being boring and generic. It's way too early judging for me to burn my synergy. Well, maybe I should step up the game a little. I do have a Djinn that actually recovers that stuff. He says as he proceeds to continue not using synergy. That's okay. I'll alleviate it this time. Oh, come on. Well, at least it's over, and at least status conditions don't carry outside of battle. We got a bit of ways to go in this dungeon, so I'm not gonna say. So all I'm gonna say for now is they do have the ability to drop something pretty neat. Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to actually see that in action. I guess we could show off Blooder. We haven't really had a good opportunity to do that yet. Cool. And it's actually weak to fire, so that was actually pretty well timed. And I don't know, the trolls still have their gimmick from Vanilla Golden Sun. I couldn't really think of a reason not to get rid of their gimmick. And I said I was gonna end off the stream, and then I just go headfirst into this dungeon and keep playing through it. Oh, here's one of the new enemies, forest bats. a bit misleading. I don't think they're too hard, but the things they can do in battle can be a bit concerning, especially in groups with enemies that focus more on brute force. So it's nice to get rid of them in one turn. Well, nice from a player standpoint. From demonstrational point, it might be a little disappointing. But I'm sure we'll find those enemies plenty of more times in the future. There'll be plenty more opportunities to get screwed over by a forest bat, I believe. Oh shoot. I gotta spam Smith more often. I'm actually running out of synergy. Not the best demonstration of Seep. We kinda had our HP recovery cut off, I think, from taking out so quickly. I think deleting you might be good. Let me get some more synergy in the system. You can see, you can kind of see why now. You maybe see now why I don't think Smith is too broken, even though it's technically an infinite sort of PP recovery. It's not that much, and like with the increase in synergy cost, you basically use up all the synergy you get from Smith in a single spell. So you have to be cycling it in consistently and not using synergy every turn in order for Smith to actually keep your synergy supply from running out. And as synergy gets more powerful and therefore more expensive, that becomes more and more apparent. I mean, on the other hand, there's going to be margins that actually have secondary effects to recover synergy points. So, I feel like it's going to be up to the player's interpretation if Djinns are too broken in this game or not. In my humble opinion, they're not. But who knows, I may have creator bias, as there's probably a strong chance I do. I think I'm going to start... We're almost at the 2-hour mark now, so I think I'm going to try to find a decent transition point. Oh, shoot. Also would help that I gotta actually remember to keep using Smith if I want to keep having synergy to recover. Either when we get the Trust Tree or the Waterlog puzzle. You know, I think I'll just wait until the Trust Tree. And then and off the stream there. It'll kind of be a bit of a callback to the stream I did to this game way long ago, where I basically just showcased this entrance tree. If you actually did see the footage of that VOD though, feel free to let me know what you think. Like, if you noticed any changes between then and now. I know I think I explicitly said that that section was hard on the stream and then proceeded not to change anything with it, but I kind of wonder if, like, I just forgot about some changes I made. Sure. Not that I really wanted... It feels a little bit of a waste because of the attack boost, but... Don't get a little limited on options at the moment. Kind of like, I usually like trying to save those things for boss fights or situations where I really like to have an attack boost and carry it through the entire thing. Yeah, I think like level 10, level 11 is like usually the level frame I like to be for the Mercury Lighthouse. So it's a little hard to tell if I'm over-leveled or under-leveled yet. For some reason, 9 is sticking on my mind around the general level that I recall playtesting being at around the point we take on Tret. But it's been so long I might be misremembering all that. Either way, the temptation, I have to resist the temptation to actually use a void, considering what I know, the powers that I know that it's capable of. You know, what I could be doing is using that sap item, like have Ivan hold on to that. Usually I guess I'm on autopilot a little because of the commentary, but usually I'm better with remembering to basically give all my synergy items to Ivan to capitalize on speed. Also noticing that this playthrough, I'm not really spamming Zoom as often as I usually do. To be fair, like, I haven't found myself in this situation. I guess I'm so used to using it by habit, I never realized how little I actually needed it. Alright, let me alleviate that though now. Get the bones while we're here. You know what? I don't think Isaac's actually going to use them anytime soon. You can have that. Garrett already does fire stuff, so you can have this as well. I think I know exactly what I'm going to save this for. It's not like we're going to be fighting a boss soon enough that's weak to fire or anything. You know, only because Ivan's doing so poorly on synergy at the moment. I haven't been spamming this thing enough, considering how good it is. I guess I train myself to only use that when I absolutely need it, even though it'd probably be a lot more broken if I just used it whenever I had the opportunity to do so. Like, oh jeez. That's what having 90%, having an ability that blocks 90% damage for the turn this early on does. Kinda wonder if I should just use a synergy item on myself to get more up to speed. Or I could just use this now. And yes, I actually got it back. Oh man, some of the, like, I didn't actually change the abilities from the original Golden Sun, or at least how they're hard-coded. Like, best example I can think of is the sack pretty much has, like, I can change the numbers, but I can't really change how certain things function. So, like, I can make Synergy Drain stronger, for example, but I can't exactly increase its accuracy. That'll probably be going even smoother if I better implemented summons a bit more, but like, when there's so many other fun things to play around with, like new synergy and new Djinn, I often find myself not even thinking about the summons, to be perfectly frank. Despite the fact that, like, summons haven't really changed too much, so there's still a lot of broken properties about them. They get slightly balanced when we get to tier 4, but probably not balanced enough, to be perfectly honest. One thing I'm looking into in version 2 is completely reworking the summon system in a way where summons aren't nearly as broken, but they don't feel instead of like nerfing summons, I'm just trying to rework them in a way that feels new and fresh, and just so happens to be more balanced as a result. Those are at least pending ideas. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to fully go through with them, but I figure I bring that up now. That, like, if you like summons in the original Golden Sun, I think you're going to be perfectly happy with them here. And oh boy, like, I never can quite remember Wait. Is it really as simple as just rolling this back to where it was before, then rolling it down? I think so. And that's not too bad. I've gotten better with that puzzle in particular lately, but I know like there's a lot of these log rolling puzzles specifically tied to water levels. I just feel like logs seem to be like the vein of my existence in this game. There's like so many times that I struggle on them that I don't really feel like I should. Anyways, I want to make this detour. It's not too different from normal, but it is a nice item in vanilla, therefore it is kind of nice here. Did it resist water and wind before? Maybe. Either way, again, nice to have. Not that Isaac really needs to resist more, but wait, does he still have this? He still has the starting equipment from the beginning of the game, sure. Unless there's a really good reason I could... Well, he is an Earth Adept. He might not... You know what? Only because I think it'd be more useful for Garrett to resist Earth than it would be to resist Isaac. Not that that resistance is really that great, but it's better than nothing. I think the funniest thing about this log rolling puzzle is that it's basically already set for you when you come in here the first time. You have to, like, you can literally solve it, at least to get the path you need to go forward, in one single log roll. I don't, that's a weird thing to find funny, but I just find it amusing for some reason. Alright, so this should take us to Tret Tree, which should make for a good ending off point for this stream. I feel like I've actually played this a little longer than I was planning, which is good. It's nice when you enjoy what you make. It means you made it right, I think. Even if no one else enjoys what I make, if I enjoy what I make, then I think that's a success to me. I mean, I'm modding a game that's of a series that's been dead for over 10 years. As long as it makes me happy, that's more than plenty. Yeah, I say that, but it would be nice to actually see more people play it to see what they think. But I guess the point is getting at, like, I think there was a time that I was going to make a video about this and call it Golden Sun would not... Nintendo would not get me a Golden Sun game for my birthday, so I made one myself for my birthday, or something more condensed than that. That would have been a funny story if I didn't butcher it up completely.